So this is me, again, the fat sack of shit known as Jess Dunn, unofficial white bitch. I'm coming at you with a little piece of information, a little tidbit. It's not right for you to force transgender roles and gay and lesbian roles on straight people, on heterosexual people, on cis people. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you what brought this up. I was thinking about an interaction I had about a year ago or 2 years ago with someone on Tumblr, and I can't remember all the details, but I do remember, and sorry about the seasickness, I do remember that this particular person posted a post about, this girl was holding up these two onesies, and one was for a girl and one was for a boy, and they had things on them that made it seem like this person would have been deciding that their child was cis and straight. Now, this is the problem they had with it. They referred to these people as, that's so heteronormative. This is wrong. This is, and apparently that means, like, pushing straight, cis culture and behaviors on someone, like a child, and if you have a problem with that, you should also have a problem with the amount of, I don't know what you would call it, homonormative behavior on Tumblr, if I'm interpreting the word heteronormative correctly. But irregardless, the issue was what it was. Someone buying these onesies for their child would be assuming that their child was straight and cis. What I had a problem with is I stopped and I thought about this. I didn't write this, but after I think I either replied or I was looking at it, and I just, after, later on thinking about it and how stupid I thought it all was to begin with, because it's clothing, and that kid doesn't know what they're wearing at 1 year old. And they're not going to know. At 5 years old, they're not going to remember that onesie. The parent will have already probably sold it or thrown it out because they're not going to wear it anymore. And they're not going to know, and they're not going to ever care. I don't care what I wore when I was a kid. When I was 1. I don't care. But the thing is, getting off topic, I stopped and I thought to myself, and I said, wait a minute, this same person has probably written many stories, many fan fictions, many asks, many, had many thoughts in their heads, and made many comments about their favorite movie stars, who are both possibly heterosexual males, or both probably heterosexual females, and they've probably, tried to mold them in their own mind, and to the other people looking at the post, as homonormative, which to me means they're two women that hang out. No, they have to be gay. They have to be gay. People get mad when you say things like, guys and girls can't be friends, they always end up fucking. Well, aren't you doing the same thing? And I saw that post too. It was a post about, I hate straight culture and the fact that they perpetuated this thing where a man and a woman can't be friends because if they're friends, they must be fucking. Isn't it just as wrong for you to hop on Tumblr? I'm assuming the same person does this because they're on Tumblr alone. That's 90% of Tumblr if you pay attention. Isn't it wrong for you to take two straight females or two straight males and put them in a relationship when they both have families and wives or families and husbands? Isn't it wrong for you to do that because you're perpetuating gay on them? And considering the struggle that gay people and transgender people have had, why would you want to force that on somebody? And I'm not saying that gay people want to be pitied or transgenders want to be pitied. They want respect like anybody else. And they deserve it. They're a person like you and I. And I'm not saying they're not. And I'm not saying that a kid isn't transgender from birth, because I don't know, I'm not transgender, I really don't know. And I'm not saying that people aren't gay from birth, because I really don't know. I'm not in that, it's not me. I'm a straight female. I've identified as a female my entire life, and I've identified as straight my entire life. And the thing is, when I was a teenager, I used to write fan fiction, and I don't remember if I wrote any gay fan fiction or not. If I did, that was wrong. Because I'm not gay, and I don't know what it's like. But the people who say that it's wrong for someone to buy a onesie for a baby simply because they believe that the kid can grow up to be transgender, here's why you're wrong. Let alone the fact that the kid's 1 and is not going to care by the time that they are old enough, whether it's 5 or 6 or however old they are, they're not going to care by the time they're old enough to realize what that is, if they are. It's also the fact that the most frequent cited estimate is that 700,000 people in the United States, and that might sound like a lot. This is the estimated transgender. It might sound like a lot because 700,000 people is a lot. But it's actually only 0.2 or 0.3%, which isn't a lot. That's less than 0.5% being transgender. That's how much of a population is transgender. I'm not judging anyone. As I said earlier in this video, transgenders deserve the same rights you and I have, the same, dignity and respect. But it's just as wrong for you to try and say someone's gay who isn't, as you think that it is for someone to say that their child is heterosexual when the kid can't decide yet. They can't say yet. And you're a hypocrite if you say one thing and do another. Just a thought. Thank you for watching. Someone has to say it. Someone had to say it. Thank you for watching.